everyone, it's Lynette with Charmed Grammy Crochet. Today, I want to welcome you all to my channel. First of all, sometimes I forget to do that, but I appreciate every single one of you. If you're new to my channel, this is mostly a crochet channel, but sometimes I do travel videos because my husband and I live in a camper and we travel. So we are on our way out of Florida. Today is our last day in Florida. And I have some pictures and videos, manatees, a couple different parks. And we did take a ride to Destin, Florida yesterday. We went to, we mostly just drove there, but then we did go to a beach there. It took a couple of hours to get there. From where we're in Crawfordville right now, St. Mark's area. Kind of near Tallahassee. That's where the campground is. We're staying at Newport Campground. And that's where that is. Well, pardon me. But we drove Route 98 to drive along the water. We went over some bridges that were 3 miles long. I didn't take as much video as I had wanted to take, to be honest, of that. And we stopped someplace to eat. And I didn't take any pictures there. I don't know what I was thinking. And then we went on to Destin, which was beautiful. The beaches are gorgeous. The water was teal. The sand was white. It was fabulous. And the weather was great. We got very lucky with that. So I'm just going to put together like a little slideshow. There might be some video of the things that we've seen in Florida that I haven't shown you. If you want to watch the video, that's great. If not, I perfectly understand, because mostly my subscribers are yarny people, not video people, or not sightseeing people, even though I know a lot of you do like to see the sights. So that's there's manatees, there's birds. We went to a place called Wild, Florida, and we went on an airboat ride there. So you'll see some video, and it's loud. Just so you know, the airboat is very loud. But I wanted you to maybe be able to get the feel of what it was like to ride in the airboat. We did see alligator, and some birds, and what else did we see? Cows. Apparently cows like to graze in the grass, in the mucky part of it, the swampy area. They like to eat that grass, and because it's mostly fresh water where we were there. And I don't remember the city, to be honest with you. Anyway, the cows will go into the water, and you have to be careful if you're airboating not to run them over, because they will hurt your boat. But the farmers just let them go graze, and the alligators won't eat them because they're too big. They're too big for the alligators to like, and so the alligators don't eat them, and they're free to do what they want to do. The alligator population has increased greatly. At one point, they were almost extinct, and with conservation efforts, they're plentiful now. I don't remember all the details and stats because we went there a couple of weeks ago now. But you will see footage from the airboat. You'll see footage or animals from and some video too, from the zoo part of it. If you go on an airboat ride, you get the zoo part for free. And they have a petting zoo, and so I did feed some goats. And so did my friends. So there's that. So I'm just going to put it all together, and this is the last you'll see of me. So if you enjoyed the video, even if you didn't, give me a thumbs up. I like it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. That really helps my channel. I appreciate it so much. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
It's surrounded by cattle ranches, and there's hundreds of cows that live all the way around the lake. The no, that's
哦，卡住了。回不去了。
So anyhow, what was I saying? So the state. Eggs. If they leave the nest, those birds will get up there and eat the gator eggs. Anybody have gator eggs for breakfast this morning? No. And number two, when the babies start hatching, look at that beak. They'll stab them babies with that beak and kill them and swallow them head first. Now check this out. Baby gators, the big gators are apex predators. Nothing messes with those. The babies are highly, highly preyed upon. The state of Florida says for every 100
We got some otters. They're playing, he's playing with some water.
I can't believe how fat that bobcat is.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bobcat. Bye. Are you the one that waves? Who waves? Pretty bird.
Holy moly.
He's a noisy one. You guys are noisy too.
Look at that dude.
It's a That window is very clean.
And we had an open, my neighbor was over there, but in between us there was an open lot there.
miles an hour down the road, and once crossing the road, they can't see you in time, and that's usually their main threat in the wild. People driving cars. So I always say honk at them, that way they get out of your way and you don't hit one. Because if you're in North America, the reason I have to say American is because there are 2 species of alligator found in the entire world, and only 2. One in North America, and where do you think the second alligator lives? China. China, absolutely. So it is called the Chinese alligator. And the Chinese alligator is
side of the water, it's plain as day the difference between a crocodile on my left and the alligator on the right. Generally, the shape of their skull or their snout is the dead giveaway. pointed snout like the letter V on a crocodile, round snout like the letter U on an alligator. But I will say, the bigger their heads get, the harder it is to see such a point. Okay, so she pushed that alligator under the water. That was insane. And there's Warthog right behind her, and Warthog crumbled under the pressure. Got to change his name to LeBron James. Hey, I'm kidding. I don't even know what sport that is. What is it, baseball? Soccer? Paintball, there we go. Give me my Tippmann right now. We'll get some paintball going on. But jokes aside, the alligator warthog, he is offended. He has swam away. But we do have multiple alligators now drifting toward us, and another species of crocodile. And Queso is waiting for the perfect window of opportunity. Again, cold-blooded doesn't make them mean or aggressive. Cold-blooded refers to the fact they cannot generate their own body heat. So they rely on their environment, the heat from the sun, the temperature of the water. So the hotter it is, the more energy they have. The colder they are, the slower they are. And Queso, she's got to beat those gators in the punch, and we got to get Queso some glasses. Jokes aside, they have incredible vision. And here we go, the trifecta, triple header, alligator versus alligator versus alligator. Oh, not today. And Warthog is right there. Let's pause for the jump. Dramatic effect. Off the tip of the teeth. So Warthog, he has the bump on the right side of his jaw, pre-maxillary. And here she is. That's Leslie, our beautiful Siamese crocodile. She's I didn't want to jinx it, but she is so on point when it comes to this behavior. You can tell the difference between her and Queso. Queso is the more or less crocodile on the left. Leslie's on the right. Two separate species of crocodile, and Leslie barely tried. It's okay. What you're witnessing, especially this time of year, really a minimum effort for maximum reward. They're trying to get a little extra food, but not use too much energy. So these crocodiles, they're a lot more on point. And there's Tic Tac, one of the smallest alligators. Tic Tac, there we go. Now let's make some noise. Yeah, buddy. I like you guys. You're way better than yesterday's 3 o'clock crowd. Tilts down to the water column. They dug the pond down like a trench or a boat ramp. So again, out there, they can't touch bottom, so they're treading water with the tail. And it looks like Tic Tac's still hungry, coming back for seconds there on the left-hand side. Again, 60 alligators, 7 crocodiles. I know every single crocodile, but I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know every single alligator. Because remember, all these alligators in the main pond, these were all at one point wild, deemed a nuisance, removed by trappers, brought here luckily to hopefully educate the public on why you should leave wild alligators alone. And little things make them different and unique. Teeth, tail, head, the coloration of the jaw. They're all different, just like humans. We're all people, but we're all very different. In case of the crocodile, Leslie the crocodile, they're hanging out in the back. And there's Hercules! Not today. He's waiting for that perfect moment. But the crocodile, Leslie's about to capitalize. Sadly, that is a critically endangered species, not only found in fragmented habitat. Can't believe it. There it is. Crocodile 1, alligator 1. They are officially, not that guy, but some of you are like, yeah, get bit. They get the phones out. I get it. I would do the same thing. But the real reason, coming in every day, twice a day, will certainly desensitize them to our presence. None of them are tame. There's no such thing as a tame alligator or crocodile, but working with them rather than against them will benefit. Whoa, that was Hercules. You can see, again, how different he is from Warthog and Tic Tac. But let's see if Hank wants to eat anything I have. I know this is Hank just based on his skull, the coloration around his jaw. And if I get my microphone really close to his mouth, you might be able to hear the sound of his jaw pressure. But again, I have to get really close to Hank. He's got it. Hank, come up this way. Hank, stay right there. Great job. So again, he's just showing me like, hey man, I'm up here because I want to warm up. I really don't want to eat anything per se. But he might want one piece. If you look all along the jaw, a lot of people think these are just like freckles or dots or a blackhead. Those are sensory organs called ISOs. They help them feel movement and vibration in the water. Theoretically, even the electromagnetic field. But Hank just laid back down. He does not want any food, and that's okay. Again, they're all very spoiled. It's not like a warm-blooded apex predator, lions, tigers, and bears. They eat all the time. They can go without food for months at a time. So, does not surprise me Hank is not hungry. But Jacob's standing under the piece, and Leslie the crocodiles, she's going to see if she'll hang out and beat the alligators here. If you look at her head, it looks like she has horns. Those are not horns. those are her ear bones, the squamosal. It is a fuse to the skull there. It's a dominant characteristic of the Siamese crocodile. You can see the alligators also have ears, but they don't have that dominant squamosal bone right there. Very exaggerated. Even case of the crocodile, the Morriston, doesn't have those squamosals. And our next piece is out over the water. See if I can entice Einstein or even Chuck maybe. Jeremiah will probably stay right there. So I do not trust them. And respectfully, anything with a mouth can bite you. Even your grandmas and grandpas can bite you. So I always, again, stay aware of this. Never complacent, always focused. And yes, zookeepers will get bit. So it's just understanding that and working with them. Again, very gently taking the piece. Jeremiah does not like the chow. And this is what you guys feed him too. A lot of people want to know, what is this? I met some friends in Safari earlier. They learned what this is. Croc chow. It's what you guys feed him. As a brown pellet that comes in the white bag. And I know you guys think it looks like something else I can't repeat to the mic. Great big piece of food. So it is, again, manufactured specifically for the dietary needs of alligators and crocodiles like that one. It's just ground up, dehydrated into a pellet. Now my question for all of you out there, since you've been so cool, do you guys want to know what's in this pellet? Yeah, that's what I like to hear. This is ground up, dehydrated beef, pork, fish, bugs, rats, bone marrow, dried blood. It's almost like how they make a hot dog. Yeah, I don't eat hot dogs after I Google how they make them, but head-on collision. Hercules! Well, we're flying through the foods. You can see, they don't chew, he just throws it right back. And as we send out our last piece, we'll call this the grand finale. If there's one thing you remember from my last minute, or 12 minutes and 15 seconds of talking, just remember our simple message, we say it at every show. Never feed wild alligators or crocodiles. I say this because, for example, I'm born and raised in Florida my whole life, in the middle of nowhere, and I've sadly seen this happen. The local guy pulls up to the boat ramp, he feeds a wild alligator, says, no big deal. It is a big deal. It's a federal offense for you, a felony, you go to jail, you're on probation. The worst part, you feed them one time, they show you buddies, then they start to approach the public with their mouth open, no fear. People see this, a concerned Karen calls the state of Florida, they send out the trapper, and most of them will be killed on sight just because you fed them. That's lame, so don't do it. If you really, really want to feed an alligator or a crocodile, just come work here. There is always an opening in my department. Just don't ask questions. The pay is minimum wage. That's right. And if you guys hear that sound in the distance, that's the black and white rough lemurs. Sometimes the red rough lemurs go off. They're just talking. It is the second loudest primate on planet Earth. And that is exactly what my house sounds like during the holidays when my family comes over. So, try to the lemur family stuff. And look at this. Jacob's too nice. He put literally 2 pieces on the line. Here with the public's got the BOGO. They do not need 2 pieces, but a larger visual target will theoretically have them a little more amped up and excited. And Tic Tac, that little guy that started the show, he is still there. The crocodiles have left the building. And this is it, the grand finale. Hercules, he doesn't need any more, but he's still going for it. And, we only took 1! We only got 1! This is like a bonus piece. Bonus piece. Put your parlays in now. Who's it going to be, the crocodile or the alligator? Remember, the house wins every time. That crocodile. Here we go. There's Leslie. She's setting up. Luckily, we don't have to teach, train, or show them how to do this. Documentation shows you wild crocodilian jumping for all sorts of prey. And not today. Some never come down here. Some never eat the pellet you guys feed them. The pond is stocked with live tilapia and catfish. And a conga line. There it is. Give them all a big round of applause. That's the end of the show.